Hi, this is Gary Mintchell. I'm Editor-in-Chief of Automation World Magazine, and I'm here today with Duncan Schleiss of Emerson Process Management. Hi, Duncan.
Hey, Gary.
Good to see you. I have been wandering around the show floor here at Emerson Global Users Exchange, and I saw some kind of switches up on a display. What in the world do you have in switches?
Oh, that's a great question, Gary. We have, in fact, just released a complete lineup of switches. Our positioning of these switches, we call them smart switches. And these smart switches are designed very carefully to work with the DeltaV system. So they're not an everyday take it home and use it switch. They're industrial switches, they're 24 volt, and they have a key feature on them, which is an automatic lockdown feature. So once you've configured your switches, you say lock them down, and every unused port is electrically disabled. So some ambitious folk that might want to plug things in there simply can't. And there's one other feature. These switches are a zero configuration switch. You just simply can't make a mistake. You plug them in, you go, you're done. So that's what we've done. We found a lot of our customers really struggling to pick up IT. You know, we have less resources than ever before. So, you know, the notion that, oh, I have to learn about security and all the other good stuff, as well as process control in a world where we have less people than ever before, is particularly difficult. So we're really focused on making it easy and making sure that in those junction boxes where you have Ethernet, those ports are locked down tight.
So these are Ethernet switches, I believe. They have just Cat5, RJ45 connectors, and then that sort of thing. And I saw at least a couple of different package sizes.
Yeah, we've actually got different sizes because you know, in a junction box you may need a lot less ports than in a rack room, by example. So we made that very scalable. They'll actually cover copper and fiber and all sorts of speeds and everything else. So pretty much got the whole range covered. And as I say again, these are very specifically designed for the DeltaV system. So there's a logo on the front which does suggest to a lot of folk in the IT world that these are built for purpose to be process control switches.
Okay, so why specifically for DeltaV?
Well, as you know, I'm one of the founding members or fathers of DeltaV, so I really focus on that alone. We're not really in the business of trying to sell this networking gear into our competitors' control systems. And the other part is we really didn't want to go and tackle the outside market in the IT space. That's not what we do. We have a sandbox that we play in. We've got plenty of work to do in that sandbox, so that seemed like a good idea at the time.
So there's protocol, or there's some software or firmware in there somewhere that makes it work very well with DeltaV, but not generally.
That's correct. It's actually very specifically designed for DeltaV. So, you know, one of the things that a configuring person can do in an expansion, and you want to open up a couple of ports because you need to plug some things in there, there is a one-touch open and unlock switch, and you've got 60 minutes to get something plugged in there because it's a rubber band, snap, lockdown, closed. So the chances of somebody inadvertently leaving things open and unlocked so somebody can plug something in is simply not going to happen. Can't happen.
So I'm an editor and I go around to lots of conferences and I hear lots of rumors. So since you have this switch that's like configured for DeltaV, does that mean that we're going to work on a proprietary DeltaV?
Well, the word proprietary comes to mind in today's day and age. It's kind of interesting. DeltaV certainly pioneered the use of COTS, of commercial off-the-shelf technology, with PCs and hubs in the early days, and now switches. So we don't want to go away from those roots. We use that technology wherever we can because you've got economies of scale. But on the other side of the coin, we do want to have it such that it's making the control world easier and not harder. So if somebody wanted to go and buy and use a Cisco switch or you know, the traditional gear that you might find at your local computer store, you can still do that. So we're keeping the one door open, but the people that are looking for faster, quicker, easier, don't make me think too hard, and don't let me make mistakes, we got them covered, right?
So when can people get these?
We're taking orders today. So that's right here at this show, we're ready to rock and roll.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks, Gary.
Glad to have you with you. Gary Mintchell, Automation World Magazine. I'm here with Duncan Schleiss talking about the new smart switch from Emerson Process Management.